This evening, the race for Texas U.S. Senate is heating up. Democrat James Talarico and Republican Ken Paxton have been hitting the campaign trail hard across the state in recent days, including recent stops in the Houston area.
Yeah, if you've seen the polls, boy, it is close. Orko Manna spoke to Talarico today and gets reaction from Paxton's team.
All of us are getting screwed, whether you're a little more progressive or a little more conservative.
Democrat James Talarico telling me in a one-on-one interview today that he can help improve the economy if he's chosen to represent Texas in the U.S. Senate. He calls his plan the New American Dream.
And that means cutting taxes for small businesses. It means raising the minimum wage and expanding overtime pay. It means reversing the tax cuts for the top 1% in the big ugly bill and giving that $1 trillion to the middle class in the form of a cost of living tax cut.
However, Paxton says Talarico's voting record on tax cuts in the Texas legislature contradicts his current policy positions.
Can you address the discrepancies there?
Yeah, this is what Ken Paxton does. He distracts from his corruption by spreading baseless lies. I worked with Republicans to pass the largest property tax cut in Texas history.
But a Paxton campaign spokesperson sent me a statement today saying in part, quote, "I am not sure how something can be baseless when it is rooted in fact." James Talarico voted against a bill which required voter approval before local governments could impose certain property tax increases. He also voted against a ban on a state income tax.
Because my opponent voted for a state income tax. Did you know that?
Paxton's own economic agenda, protecting the Texas promise, focuses largely on affordability.
He suddenly discovered affordability. It's like a word he learned that morning on Duolingo.
Several recent polls show Talarico narrowly leading Paxton, but Paxton's spokesperson told me today, quote, "Talarico has consistently championed policies that are out of step with Texans, and now he's telling desperate lies to try and hide his radical record." And last week, Paxton told me current polling is the result of voters not knowing Talarico.
I think the voters of Texas, once they're educated, there's no way we're going to elect a socialist Democrat in Texas. They might do that in New York with Madani, they might do it in Michigan, but it's not going to happen in Texas.
What's your response to that?
Well, I'm out there educating voters on my record in the state legislature, on the policies that I've passed. Ken Paxton has a track record of using his public office to enrich himself.
Talarico hoping to flip the Senate seat blue.
Texas has not elected a statewide Democrat in more than 30 years. What do you think has changed, and why do you think that you can win?
Well, I think Texans across the political spectrum, Democrats, independents, and Republicans, are fed up with the extremism and the corruption in our government.
Reporting in Houston, Orko Manna, KHOU 11 News.
You can watch Orko's entire interview with James Talarico. It's on our website, khou.com.